You guys see me? Does it look like I'm looking at you? Hey, how's it going? Hello! Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. That was super sweet of you. Bert, don't drag your bum. Oh my gosh, 12 seconds into the video and Bert is dragging his bottom. Oh my goodness. I have expertly timed the filming of today's video right when Bert's zoomies hit. So Bert normally gets his zoomies at like 3 in the morning, which is great, and also like 3 in the afternoon. So, you know, he's got a good tight schedule and everything. So yeah, excellent timing by me. If you see Bert dragging his bum in the background, please say something because, oh my goodness, you're not supposed to drag your bum on the bed. Oh, but he's so sweet. But that's not what this video is about. You did not click on this video to watch Bert experience his zoomies in real time, although maybe you should have because he's so sweet. No, you clicked on this video because you, like me, have an interest in another Get Ready With Me. That's right, baby, I'm back. It's my second Get Ready With Me ever. I had so much fun in the first one. You guys were so sweet. It was so fun to get to know each other a little bit more, get a little personal, and of course, still do my makeup. So I'm gonna be using a lot of the makeup that I'm panning today, you know, really trying to get some use out of my Project Pan product. So that's the makeup I'm gonna be using today. We got the by Melolops Radioactive palette, and that's all I have over here right now, but I'll get the other stuff too. So yeah, we're gonna be using makeup I'm panning. I'm gonna be chatting about some personal stuff. You know, I'm not gonna give any of it away in the intro. You're just gonna have to stay tuned to find out what personal stuff I'm gonna be sharing. So if that sounds like a topic that is interesting to you and you want to get ready with me and Bert, then I encourage you to please subscribe and keep on watching. This is coming at you right now. Alrighty, let's zoom you in so we can start with some eyes. But don't worry, I'll make sure Bert can still be in the frame doing whatever he's doing right now. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna be using my by Melolops Radioactive palette today. This is part of my Project Pan. I set myself a goal to use this 12 times over the next month because I didn't use it a ton last month, and I think that's because I just couldn't take the pressure. And also I really like to switch up my eyeshadow. You guys know I like to use like a different eyeshadow palette every day. If I'm being honest, I like to use like 4 different eyeshadow palettes every day. But today I'm gonna be using this one. I think I'm gonna focus on this color, Element. Ugh, so pretty. This is like one of my favorite matte shadows ever, and I want to use the shade Volt, which wait till you see the shade Volt layered over Element. It is so beautiful. It looks like a sparkly white. It's not, so I'm excited for you to see that. Yeah, let's start the makeup. All right, so it's a Get Ready With Me, so let's talk about some personal stuff. So, Sunday was really exciting because I got my second shot of the vaccine. That's right, baby. Pfizer, I hardly know her, except you do, because she's me, because I have 2 doses of Pfizer in me, and I'm super excited about it. I did feel awful yesterday. I don't want to scare anyone away from the vaccine, but I did have some pretty bad symptoms yesterday. Not pretty bad. I mean, I got some flu-like symptoms, you know, I got some chills, I got a lot of achiness and everything, so I definitely felt awful yesterday, but today I feel 1000% better. I feel totally back to normal. So I would say if you were nervous about getting symptoms or anything, definitely still get it anyways, and know that at least for me, it lasted 24 hours and that was it. Not even 24 hours really, because yesterday I woke up at like 5 in the morning feeling awful, and by the time I went to sleep that night, I felt pretty good at like 11, and then today I woke up feeling fresh as a peach. I just felt lovely. So, you know, I definitely feel like it was worth it, and I'm feeling so relieved. I feel so incredibly fortunate to have gotten it. In 12 days, I will officially be fully vaccinated and I can go, you know, start doing some things, because I really haven't been doing anything over the last year. Like, I haven't seen my family in a long time. My mom came up to help us move a few weeks ago, but that was the first time I had seen her since October. I haven't seen my dad since September, so I'm excited to be able to see him soon. We haven't been able to see my boyfriend's family since October, so I'm just really excited to see family again. That's really what I'm most excited about. You know, my boyfriend and I both live out of state for where our parents live, so we don't get to see a lot of family in New York, and I definitely like to visit family, so I'm excited to be able to do that soon. I'm also excited to be able to go back to restaurants soon, because I know here in New York, like, restaurants have pretty much been open the whole time. They were closed for a very short period of time, But even indoor dining is back at, I think, 50% capacity, and it's been like that for a while, but that has not mattered to me at all. I have always been very much of the opinion that I did not want to start going back to eat at restaurants until I was vaccinated, just because, you know, I have asthma, which I don't know how much that makes you more predisposed to things, but it is a respiratory disease. So I definitely tried to be a little extra cautious this whole time because I was just nervous that if I was gonna end up getting it, that it was gonna be extra bad. But obviously I don't know any of these things. I don't know if that would have happened, but I was definitely being extra cautious this whole year. And I'm excited once my vaccine fully kicks in, because like I said, I still have 12 days. I'm excited to be able to, you know, start doing some stuff again, start going back to some of our favorite bars and restaurants. That was like Vince and I, my boyfriend and I's favorite activity to do, was to go to bars. And you know, we're not huge drinkers or anything, we're definitely just like social drinkers, but we like trying different types of beer. You know, we're very predictable mid to late 20s kids living in New York. Like, we like to try different type of beers. We have a ton of breweries in our neighborhood and we love going to the breweries. So I'm excited to be able to go back to doing that soon. And I know things aren't gonna be totally normal. Like, you know, I don't think we'll ever be at the same level of normal that we were before, but I'm definitely excited to recreate some normalcy in my life again. Did I just like flawlessly shape that eyeshadow? Wow, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little impressed with myself that I was talking and doing that at the same time. And I used the mirror in the palette, which I like don't do very often. Can you guys see me? Does it look like I'm looking at you? Hey, how's it going? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm very excited about having 2 shots in the old left arm here, and I'm feeling good. So what else do we want to talk about? That was like the latest and greatest, most exciting thing that's happened in my life, but I got other exciting things going on too. This is my first Get Ready With Me since I moved. I know in my last Get Ready With Me, everything I talked about was pretty much being super anxious over moving, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty stressful move. We basically moved my entire old apartment into my new apartment in like 2.5 days, which might not sound like a big deal, but we had so much junk. There was so much to go through, just like stuff that we did not need. We donated so much, we got rid of so much, which is great. I hope it all goes to a better home and people that can actually use this stuff. But I just really didn't realize how much stuff we'd accumulated. Both me and my boyfriend were like, oh my gosh, why do we have so much stuff? We both want to try to be a little more minimalist, and I say that in that tone because not really. More like mediumalist. Like, I feel like we were maximalists in our last apartment, right? We had closets full of junk. We had 400 square feet and 90% of it was just filled with junk. We had such a tiny apartment before and it was just chock full of junk. So, you know, we want to make sure we have a larger apartment now, that we don't just want to fill it with junk again, because it is so miserable to move when you have this much junk. And aside from that, it'll just help us to save money. We can make sure that everything we do buy is really stuff that we actually love. Like, we've gotten a few new pieces of furniture for this apartment that were a little more expensive than I would previously buy, but we really love all of the pieces that we've gotten so far. Look at me, pieces. I sound like a billionaire when I say that. We've been doing a lot of shopping at Marshall's and a lot of shopping at thrift stores, but you know, we've been trying to get stuff that we can really keep for a while and that we really love, rather than just buying a bunch of little junk that we have to replace after a while. You know, the coffee table we bought for our last apartment, I think was like $50 from Target, but it broke immediately and it was just like awful. We haven't gotten a new coffee table yet though, so if you have any recommendations for a place where you can buy a coffee table that's not that expensive, I would love to hear it. I know my mom and I are about to hit all of like the home stores. I'm going home to visit in a couple weeks and we're about to hit up Home Goods. We're about to hit up TJ Maxx. We're about to hit up HomeSense. We're about to hit up the Wayfair factory store. You know we're gonna be hitting all the home stores and I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, shopping for home decor is like one of the most fun things in the world, even when I don't need things. Like, I love looking at home decor. It's so fun. Going into my graphic liner now here, I just really want to make this new apartment a place that we love living in. I loved living in my old apartment too. I know I said in my last Get Ready With Me, it was very small. It was 400 square feet. But we really made a home out of it, and I really did enjoy living there. But this apartment definitely feels like my first big girl apartment, you know? I have a bedroom, we have a bedroom in this apartment. We didn't have a 1-bedroom before. So we're really just trying to make it extra homey. You know, I want to be here for a little while. I don't think this is not gonna be our forever apartment, I don't think, or our forever home. But I do want to make it feel very homey, and I feel like so far we've done that. I don't know, maybe I'll show you guys some stuff eventually. I'm not really a lifestyle content type of channel, so I don't know if I'll do like a home tour, but if you're interested, I'll like show you a quick little tour in a video in the future. I don't know, only if you want to see it. Maybe you don't care, in which case I respect you. But we're really enjoying decorating and everything so far. That's been super fun. Oh my gosh, I feel like I just have so much to tell you guys. Okay, let me tell you more exciting stuff about my personal life as I try to do graphic liner at the same time. You guys, I have started exercising. Don't click away, don't click away. I'm not gonna sit here and be like annoying and tell you like, it's totally changed my life and changed the way I feel. But I've started doing yoga, so that's been really fun. I am gonna recommend the yoga instructor I found on YouTube because she is literally the sweetest person in the whole world. Her name is Ariana Elizabeth. Here's a little pic of Ariana. She's so sweet. Bright and Salted Yoga is the name of her yoga firm. Nope, firm is not the word for yoga. Yoga studio. Yoga firm, like there's a bunch of lawyers doing yoga, maybe. But I have really enjoyed doing yoga, and this is kind of a big deal for me because I have not enjoyed exercise in a very long time. Because let me just give you a little trigger warning here right now. I am going to talk about disordered eating for a second and some uncomfy relationships with exercise and food. So if you want to just skip ahead, probably I'll put the timestamp. If you just want to skip ahead to here, you can totally do that. And please, you know, do what's best for yourself. But back when I was in college, I had a very unhealthy relationship with exercise. I had developed an eating disorder. I went to school for acting, and it's very sad. I hear this from a lot of people get eating disorders when they go to school for performance-based things because there is a ton of pressure put on you by your professors, by directors, and everyone to look a certain way. So I definitely fell into that, and I developed a bit of an eating disorder, and I had a really unhealthy relationship with exercise too. I was exercising way too often. I would exercise like 3 times a day. Like I would literally skip class to go to the gym because I was afraid I wasn't exercising enough, and I also was not eating enough throughout the day. So when I eventually came out of that eating disorder, not that you ever fully come out of it, you know, because if you have ever had an eating disorder, you know that it's something you tend to struggle with your whole life, but I'm definitely in a much better place with that now. But after going through all that, it just left me with a really bad taste in my mouth for exercise. It kind of made me feel like exercise was a bad thing because I was associating exercising with my eating disorder, which like obviously everyone who exercises doesn't necessarily have an eating disorder, but I did. So for a long time I thought as exercise is just like a bad thing, and if I started exercising again I was gonna fall into that pattern of disordered eating again, because I tend to be a very all or nothing sort of person. You know, if I like something, it kind of becomes everything to me. I mean, I've kind of done that with makeup. Luckily, makeup is like a healthy thing to feel that way with, I feel. But when it came to exercise and eating healthy, I mean eating healthy in quotations, because I was eating healthy foods, but I was eating very little of them. When it came to that, I just became so obsessive about it. And so for a long time, I was afraid to get back into exercising again, because I was afraid I was gonna get obsessive about it. But as I mentioned in my last Get Ready With Me, I've been reading this book called Claim Your Power. And just as a summary, if you didn't see my last video, the whole premise of the book is about reclaiming your power that you've given away to other people. It's about reestablishing your hierarchy, you know, rather than putting others first. It's about putting yourself first in order to better serve others. So it's not about being selfish. It's about, you know, prioritizing yourself so you can be the best version of yourself and therefore help others. It's a really great book. I've really been enjoying it so far. But in that book, it does put an emphasis on health and wellness. It's not the whole book, but you know, like the author kind of goes through different sections. Like you work on aspects of your romantic life, your family life, your career, your financial relationships, and your health and wellness. So in talking about health and wellness in that book, I really liked how he phrased it as a form of self-care, not as a way of like, you need to be healthy and unless you work out this many times a week, you cannot be the best version of yourself. Like he phrases it more of a way of taking care of yourself as self-care. And the author also isn't pushing you to do any certain type of exercise. He just really puts an emphasis on moving your body and doing what makes you feel good. You know, the exercise itself not really mattering. It doesn't matter if you're doing high intensity workouts or if you're boxing or if you're going to the gym and lifting weights. He just makes it all about moving your body in a way that feels good. And so I decided to give yoga a try because I've also been getting more into meditation because of this book, and just this year in general. It was one of my goals for 2021 to do more meditation, to be more mindful. And I know that that's an emphasis that yoga puts on too, so I thought that that would be a good place for me to start. So I wanted to find somebody who was very calming, and I'm so happy I found Ariana because she's so great. And she ends every single one of her videos. She's so sweet, you guys. She ends every single one of her videos by being like, put your hands to your head so you can remember that everything starts in your mind, and that if you think kind thoughts and positive thoughts, then you can put that into the world. And then she has put your hands to your lips so you can speak kind words to yourself and others. And then she has you put your hands to your heart so you can remember that you are enough and that you are wonderful and you are special. And it's just so sweet, and she like makes me cry every day. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. I'm gonna link her down below. I'm sorry, this is not an ad for Bright and Salted yoga. But yeah, all of this to say, I've been really enjoying the yoga. I've really been enjoying doing exercise, not to lose weight, just to feel good. Like I said, that's a big emphasis of the book, is doing exercise to feel good. And the yoga has been making me feel good. Also, I'm really enjoying getting flexible. Like, I know what is the benefits of flexibility? I'm sure there are benefits of flexibility, but I will say it does feel really cool to be able to touch my toes again, because there was a good while there where I could not touch my toes without bending my knees, and now I can. It's really cool, and it kind of feels fun. I don't know. It has me feeling very limber, which is fun. I don't know. It makes me feel energized too. She does very energizing workouts, and like I said, she sometimes will do a mix of meditation and yoga, which I really like, and she always ends every class with the words of affirmation and everything. I put on so much primer, oh my gosh, and I don't need to do that. I'm just getting carried away here, but I've been really enjoying the yoga, so that's been a new thing in my life. I'm exercising for the first time in a very long time. I used to go for walks every day before the panoramic, but now I'm starting to get back to them now that I'm feeling a little more comfortable. You know, I got that good juice in me, so that sounded gross. But I'm starting to feel more comfortable to do my walks and everything, but it's also nice to have more of like a strength building workout too, because I feel very strong when I do my yoga. And Bert sometimes will join me. He likes to scratch at my mat, which I don't love, but he doesn't do the poses, but he'll stand under me. Like if I'm in downward dog, he'll stand directly under me, and it's so sweet. Oh, he's such a good man. But yeah, the yoga has been good. So that's been a new thing in my life. Ew, what else can I talk to you guys about? I still got some makeup left to do here. I'm still reading my book. I know I mentioned it briefly, Claim Your Power, a book I mentioned in the last video. I was feeling really good about. I'm getting towards the end of it. What's interesting about this book is that it's a 40-day book. It's been over 40 days for me because I had to skip a few days in it when I was moving, when I got very busy. But it's a 40-day book and you journal the whole time, so that's been fun too, because it's also helped me get back into journaling, and I definitely want to continue journaling after I finish the book, because I always feel so good after I journal, you know? Even when not in this book, even when I'm just writing stuff down, journaling makes me feel a million times better every time, even if I don't figure anything out. Because sometimes you journal and you write something down and you're like, wow, I've uncovered something I didn't realize about myself before. And other times you just vent, and it feels really good to just vent into a book where nobody will ever see it, and it's there, it's written down, you know? Also, I went back and read an old journal entry of mine. I found a notebook that was from like 2014 or something, and it was so sweet. I wrote a journal entry from like 2014, but I like wrote it to my future self, totally forgot about it, had no idea I wrote it. And I wrote like a journal entry to my future self because it was during a time where I was feeling sad. My boyfriend at the time wasn't talking to me because don't air your dirty laundry, don't tell them all the dirty laundry. So I was feeling very sad, I was feeling lonely, and I wrote a journal entry to my future self being like, you are so strong, you can get through anything, and what you're going through right now is gonna get better, and I can't wait until you are my future self and you're reading this and you probably think whatever I'm going through right now is so silly. And I was reading it and I was like sobbing. I was like, yes, that was so silly, oh my gosh, but look at us, we're all grown up now and we got through that, and it's just so cool. I totally recommend writing a letter to your future self because you will sob uncontrollably. Maybe you won't, maybe you're not me and you're not a highly sensitive person, but I was like sobbing, and I felt like it was good for me to read, you know? It's good to be reminded that like, yeah, we sometimes think things are like a really, really big deal in the moment, but then you go back and you look at it years later and you're like, wow, that was literally not a big deal at all. I can't believe I thought that was such a big deal. But that's how life kind of goes, you know? You go through things and at the time you think everything is just like the end of the world. You feel like this is the biggest problem I've ever faced. And then like a week later, you're like, wow, that was nothing. So I think it's good to write stuff down during those times, you know, because one, it's just cathartic to journal, but also it's really, really fun to go back and read those journal entries and to literally see proof of your growth. You can see like, wow, this is proof that I can get through difficult times and come out to see the other side, you know? Back in 2014, I remember writing that journal entry. I remember like sobbing the whole time I was writing it because I really felt like what I was going through was the absolute end of the world. But then to be able to go back and look at that journal entry like 7 years later and see how much I've grown since then, I was like, wow, look at me. That's pretty cool, huh? I feel like I'm getting a little preachy in this video. I'm sorry, I did not intend to get so preachy, but I've just been doing a lot of personal development work lately, and it's been really giving me some good perspective on things. And yeah, I've been feeling good about myself lately. I'm starting to feel more like myself, which I feel like this book has been helping me with. Feel like there's definitely been a good amount of my life that I was trying to be who I thought others wanted me to be, and I feel like the more personal development work I do, the more I really focus on myself and do self-care and put myself first, the more I realize who I truly am. So yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. No big deal or anything, but yeah, no, I've been feeling good, and you guys recommended a ton of personal development books for me last time, so thank you so much. I haven't bought any yet because I still haven't finished the book I'm on, and I can't read 2 books at a time. That's like, whoa, man, that's advanced math right there. But I do want to get to them, and I am very excited. So thank you so much for your recommendations. If you have any more, I'd love to hear them. Or even non-self-help books. I don't know. What's a book, right? Well, alrighty there, folks. We're starting to reach the point in the video where I'm running out of things to say. So I think I'm going to finish what are you doing with that blush, ma'am? So I think I'm just going to, real quick, finish the rest of my makeup off camera. I don't have much left to do. I just got a powder and mascara and stuff. But I'm going to finish that off camera real quick, and then we'll come back and I'll do a little outro and I'll give you some inspiring words, so please don't leave. I promise I'll say something good. Okay, be back right now. I'm back. Look what's going on. I got my full face of makeup on. You guys, oh my goodness, we did it. We did a full face. I'll zoom out so you know it is the outro. I had so much fun getting ready with you today. I want to do more get ready with me's. These are fun. I'm definitely going to do at least one a month because I always have a blast. We never talked about the new Taylor Swift album. Oh my gosh, you guys, I was just jamming out to Mr. Perfectly Fine right when I was finishing my makeup a second ago. How much of a banger is that? Tell me what your favorite song off of Fearless Taylor's version is. I would love to know. There were so many songs that apparently came out on like the platinum version of the original album that I didn't even remember. Like The Other Side of the Door. Are you kidding me? It's my favorite freaking song. I keep talking about it on my Instagram stories, so if you follow me there, you will see me jamming out to that song all of the time. But the original Fearless came out when I was in middle school, so it's really cool to see it being re-released now. Well, I'm a 26-year-old lady, so it's just been really fun, you know? It's so good. My brain at all time is, like I said, it's the Keebler elves running around burning the cookies, but it's also the other side of the door. With the face and the beautiful eyes and the conversation and the little white lies, like, ugh. Such a banger. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Brings me so much joy. What were we talking about? It's the outro. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if this is somehow your first video of mine. Hi, nice to meet you. Glad we talked about some very deep and personal stuff on the first video, but you know what? It's good. I'm an open book. I love to talk to you guys. So subscribe and check out my description box for all of the makeup I wore on my face today. Also in my description box, I will have a bunch of Black Lives Matter resources, as well as resources to support the Asian American community. So please click on those links if you haven't yet. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! See you later. I'll be missing you. Okay, bye.